George Washington rode a horse when he traveled from Mount Vernon to Philip to preside at the convention where our Constitution was written. But all the materials to build a hard automobile in which he could have driven to Philadelphia in comfort were here on Earth at the time. Yes, all the elements, all the metals and materials needed to manufacture cars have been on Earth since the beginning. All that was missing was a series of ideas on the magic screens of human imaginations. Ideas that led to the development of the internal combustion engine and the automobile. Nothing new has been added to the Earth since the beginning of time, except ideas from man's amazing mind. Ideas have given us all the wonders we so often take for granted. The human mind is the world's single greatest resource. Think of what minds are creating every day. Engineers and designers develop creative ideas in their minds long before they appear on the skyline. A man sees a barren desert, and his mind creates an idea for bringing water to dry earth that grows food for millions of people. An idea transformed coal, air, and water into synthetic fibers for making modern fabrics. Life-saving advances in medicine were first ideas in someone's amazing mind. Amazing minds even thought of a way to take man beyond the limits of the Earth.
Cabin holding at 525. Okay, it's a lot smoother now, a lot smoother.
But this kind of creative effort is only one function of the mind. Our mind also registers what we hear, what we see, what we smell, taste, and feel. It coordinates our muscles and the way our body works. Our minds must also organize our lives and make the plans for daily living. Everything you do, every decision you make, takes place in the brain. Yes, our minds are our most important resource, the key to our future and to our happiness. Only with clear thinking in an unclouded and undistorted brain can life be better and more rewarding. Unfortunately, the mind can easily be upset. It can easily be disturbed and twisted. It may seem unbelievable, but there are some people who disturb and twist their minds on purpose. They do it with substances that are swallowed or smoked or even injected into the bloodstream. People use such substances because they have been told they can expect a pleasant feeling, a kick. For some, drugs seem to bring a pleasant feeling at first. But drugs can upset the normal process of the whole body. They can be very dangerous. There are many kinds of drugs, and they have important medical uses. They are made not only to cure sickness, but in some cases they also help our bodies to function better. But because drugs can be very dangerous if misused, they should be prescribed only by a doctor, and his instructions should be carefully followed. Some pills, called amphetamines, are stimulants. They are sometimes called uppers by illegal users because they make the brain work faster. They should be used only in special medical situations. Barbiturates are depressants because they slow down the mind. Illegal users call them downers. Doctors prescribe them for nervous conditions or as sleeping pills. But strangely, some people get kicks from them. So-called speed or mephedrine can easily produce a frightening mental state quite rapidly. The heart may beat unevenly, muscles twitch, and the user becomes tense and extremely nervous. His mind ceases to function normally. Many have died from using speed. Any drug, wrongly used, can change the way your mind works and keep you from thinking clearly. They can make you very sick. They can even kill you. Glue sniffing starts with the sniffer looking for kicks, but inhaling these fumes soon leads to a sick feeling, dizziness, and mental upset. The fumes are poisonous. They can seriously damage the brain, the blood, and the liver, and have been known to cause death. Then there are those who sniff the fumes of hairspray, insecticides, or anything in an aerosol can. They not only risk damage to body and mind, but death as well. Some people smoke marijuana because it makes them feel dreamy. But it can also make you see things differently than they really are. One of its effects on the mind is to change normal reactions. For instance, marijuana makes it very dangerous to drive a car because it changes the sense of distance and speed. Things going this fast seem to be going much slower. LSD was at first thought to offer a cure for mental disorders because it brings on the symptoms of insanity. Here is what Dr. J. Thomas Ungerleider of the UCLA Medical Center says about LSD.
LSD has no proven use in medicine. Repeated use of LSD may permanently alter the brain's function. In fact, many people, after using LSD, have had to be placed in mental institutions because they've become mentally ill. LSD also changes the cell structure of certain cells within the body, probably permanently, and thus may affect your unborn children.
The effects of LSD are completely unpredictable. Some users think that they are having a good trip when familiar objects seem to take on a special beauty. Any trip is a bad trip when your amazing mind isn't thinking clearly.
Emergency. Calling Dr. Roberts. Emergency.
Some users of LSD have reported terrifying experiences.
Calling Dr. Roberts. Emergency. Calling Dr. Roberts.
There have been several reports of LSD users who actually thought they could fly. Drugs and narcotics are so dangerous that there are strict regulations against their use. Many drug users go on to stronger and stronger drugs, looking for bigger kicks. Many drugs will affect not only your mind, but also your body, because they are habit-forming. The body begins to depend on these drugs. The user gets so that he must have them. Without them, he will become very sick.
Okay, well, drugs are against the law, and they wouldn't be against the law unless there was a reason, and it's because they're harmful.
You can get hooked on them, and who wants to get hooked on them?
I think that all trips are bad trips because they bend your mind, and who wants to bend their mind?
Why would anybody want to take drugs and really mess up their mind?
I think the kind of people that use drugs are the kind of people who can't make it on their own. And when they try to do this, they try to get away from their problems, and they just end up with a whole bunch of new ones.
When you're on drugs, you don't know really what you're doing, and you miss a lot of fun.
Some kids think they're really having fun on drugs, but they aren't enjoying life to the fullest because part of their mind isn't working.
It takes more guts to say no to drugs than it does to say yes.
If I had to take pills to be part of a gang, I wouldn't want to be in that gang. I'd have more fun without the pills.
Why take something that's going to mess up your mind? It's ridiculous to me, because why would you need such a thing if you have friends and a good life? Why take a chance on anything that clouds up your mind?
Do you want this or this? Why take a chance with anything that can keep you from enjoying your life to the fullest? The choice is yours. Why take a chance with anything that might hurt your most valuable possession, your amazing mind? Why?